am Mats Rizali from BTP10 HVAC 3A, and welcome to our lesson in Transport Air Conditioning HVAC 311. We'll explore the first 8 topics, and now let's begin with our first topic, which is the refrigerated truck. A refrigerated truck, also known as a reefer truck, is designed to transport temperature-sensitive goods such as meat, dairy, fruits, and vaccines. These vehicles are equipped with a transport refrigeration unit or TRU, which functions using the vapor compression refrigeration cycle. Here's how it works. The compressor takes in low pressure refrigerant vapor and compresses it to a high pressure, high temperature gas. The gas moves into the condenser where it releases heat to the outside air and turns into liquid. The liquid refrigerant passes through an expansion valve, reducing pressure and temperature. It then enters the evaporator where it absorbs heat from the cargo compartment, cooling it. The vaporized refrigerant returns to the compressor and the cycle repeats. The truck's insulated body minimizes heat gain, while the TRU can be powered either by the vehicle's engines, a separate diesel engine, or an electric motor. And now, let's proceed to the cold chain container. A cold chain container, also known as a reefer container, performs the same refrigeration principle as a truck but on a larger intermodal scale. These containers are used in marine, rail, and road transport, maintaining controlled temperatures for weeks at a time. They are part of what's called the cold chain, a continuous temperature controlled supply chain from production to delivery. Power sources for these containers ship or terminal electricity, onboard generators, or external diesel units when on trailers. Thanks to these technologies, perishable goods like seafood, pharmaceuticals, and fresh produce can safely reach markets worldwide. And let's proceed to bus air conditioning, a system designed to provide comfort for a large number of passengers in a much bigger space than a car. Bus air conditioning systems are powerful and highly efficient. They usually consist of a compressor, which circulates refrigerant through the system, a condenser, often roof-mounted or underfloor, that releases heat, a receiver dryer, expansion valve, and evaporator, which cool and dehumidify the cabin air, a blower fan, and duct system that distribute cool air evenly. The challenge in bus air conditioning is maintaining uniform comfort. Factors like sunlight, open doors, and passenger heat all affect cooling efficiency. To manage these systems, often use multiple evaporators and thermostats, ensuring every seat gets proper cooling. And let's proceed to auto air conditioning. The automotive air conditioning system uses the same basic refrigeration cycle but is compact and engine driven. Its main components are: the first one is compressor, followed by the condenser, the receiver dryer or accumulator, expansion valve or orifice tube, evaporator, and, and the blower fans and ducts. The refrigerant circulates continuously through these components, absorbing heat from the cabin and releasing it outside. Modern vehicles use refrigerants such as R134A or the newer, eco-friendly R1234YF. The system not only cools the air but also remove humidity, improving passenger comfort and visibility. And let's proceed to auto air conditioning engine assembly and compressor. The compressor is known as the heart of the air conditioning system. Its role is to draw in low pressure refrigerant vapor from the evaporator and compress it into a high pressure, high temperature gas that can release heat through the condenser. The compressor is usually mounted on the engine and driven by a belt connected to the crankshaft. In modern hybrid and electric vehicles, electric compressor are used instead, allowing operation even when the engine is off. Important considerations in compressor assembly include proper alignment and vibration isolation, correct lubrication using refrigerant oil, tight seals to prevent leaks, a well-maintained compressor ensure efficient cooling and longer system life. And the next is auto air conditioning magnetic clutch and pulleys. The magnetic clutch connects and disconnects the compressor from the engine's drive belt. When the when the air conditioning is switched on, electric current energizes the clutch coil, creating a magnetic field that pulls the clutch plate toward the pulley, engaging the compressor. When the AC is turned off, the magnetic field disappears and the pulley spins freely without driving the compressor, saving energy and reducing wear. The pulley system may include idler pulley and belt tensioners to maintain the correct tension and prevent slippage. Safety sensor ensure that the clutch only engage when refrigerant pressure and temperature are within safe limits, preventing compressor damage. Auto air conditioning condenser and evaporator. The condenser and evaporator are two vital heat exchangers in the air conditioning system. The condenser, usually located at the front of the vehicle near the radiator, receives hot, high pressure vapor from the compressor. As air flows through its fins, the refrigerant releases heat and condenses into liquid form. This liquid refrigerant then passes through a receiver dryer or filter, removing moisture and contaminants. Next, it travels through the expansion valve, which drops the pressure and the temperature of the refrigerant before it enters the evaporator. The evaporator, located inside the vehicle's dashboards, absorbs heat from the cabin air as the blower fan pushes air across its cold fins. The air cools and dehumidifies while the refrigerant evaporates into a low pressure gas, returning once again to the compressor to start the cycle. Together, these two components are responsible for transferring heat. The condensers rejects heat to the outside and the evaporator absorbs heat from inside the cabin. Let's proceed to the last topic, which is the auto air conditioning, air duct, and door fan. In an automotive air conditioning system, the air duct and door fan are responsible for distributing cooled air from the evaporator throughout the cabin. The blower fan, usually a centrifugal or squirrel cage type, draws air either from outside the vehicle or from within the cabin. When the recirculation mode is selected, before entering the system, this passes through a cabin air filter which removes dust, pollens, and other airborne particles to ensure clean airflow. Once the air passes the evaporator, the blower forces it through a series of air ducts that guide and distribute the cold air to different outlets, such as the dashboard, floor, and windshield vents. Inside the duct system are flaps and dampers that regulates the direction and flow of air, allowing the driver to control whether air is directed towards the feet, face, or defrost vents. Proper duct design minimizes air resistance, reduces noise, and ensures even airflow to all parts of the cabin. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Again, I am Matthew Sally, and I hope this lesson helped you understand the foundation of transport refrigeration systems.